Yeah. Yeah. What's poppin'?
That's a familiar voice.
Yeah, what's going on, people? This is a chop up. Man, like, I'm at the point where I don't even know what fucking episode we're on right now, dog.
You don't even know. We're on episode number 17.
Seven motherfucking team?
Yeah, clearly.
Damn.
Mike Divine is back.
Yeah, I'm alive now. You know, check this out, man. Welcome to the chop up. Follow me at Mike Divine Music with a K. Listen.
I'm listening. All right.
Listen.
We'll say something.
Yo, life has been hella motherfucking hectic. So, first off, I'd just like to say rest in peace to a dear, close family friend of mine. You know what? I'm not even going to say friend. I'm going to say this man was a second dad to me growing up as a kid in Scarborough. Michael Manza. We went through some rough times with his health over the last few weeks. And unfortunately, we had to let him go a few Fridays ago. He's been in my family's life since I was 2 or 3 years old, and my best friend Chris, one of his sons.
Yeah.
We grew up together in the hood in Scarborough, man. Italian guy.
Yeah.
We grew up down the street from each other. So for me, that's family ties. You know, no amount of blood could make us any closer.
Yeah.
So that's something that I was dealing with, and I had to make a rush to the ICU at St. Michael's Hospital downtown. And brother, I don't know if you've ever been to the ICU before to see anybody laid up in there. But
I went
one
once,
of the most,
but it's
one of the most darkest, morbid areas of the hospital. Like, to think that in the same hospital, people are being born at the same people are actually dying.
Yeah.
So that's two different ends of the pendulum that swing.
Yeah.
But we have to give thanks that we're here. God bless the dead. We've had a lot of death going on around us lately.
Yeah.
Actually, to that point, what else I've been dealing with, you know, my parents haven't really been the best in health either. But they blessed my wife and my daughter and myself with a vacation to Niagara Falls. So
that's dope.
That show that I missed out, I think it was the first one. We were in Niagara Falls in an outdoor pool soaking out the sun. So, I mean, we needed it. But to tell you the truth, man, and why I'm kind of on this spiritual journey and I'm trying to rebuild myself right now and become really focused on what's important, the people who are important to me, and actually give a shit.
Yeah.
I needed that break away from the city. I needed some time to reconnect with my family and just dumb shit down for a minute. Life was moving too fast, too trippy, too...
Why a break from this? A lot of people say that they need a break from the city. We're talking about Toronto. You know what I mean? There was a recent poll put out, you know, best cities to live in the world. Toronto ranked number 4. So we're talking about Toronto. Yeah. Why people always say they need a break from the city? I can get, and you know, that my condolences, of course.
Thank you.
But I can get why people need a break from something like that if they're going through it. But why the city? What's so stressful about the city?
It's just a congested place, man. It's very fast paced and it's very demanding. So throw into the mix that you're not just taking care of yourself, you're taking care of a child. Yeah. So when you have to wake up in the morning and you got to worry about making lunch, you got to worry about what your kid's wearing to school, you got to worry about what they're eating for breakfast. You got to think so far ahead of your day, not even just about what they're doing, but you got to plan your day. So you got to shower, you got to shit, you got to shave, you got to worry about catching a bus if you're not driving. Then you got to worry about running for the bus if you're running late. Then you got to worry about possibly getting to work 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later, and then feeling stressed out because you're running around.
But is that life or is that the city?
It's just a break from the norm. Like,
there it is.
But the city as well, because when you live in Toronto, you're around so many different people. Like when you live in Durham region, okay, and no disrespect to Durham region, I spent a lot of my years there. But when you live out in the East End in Durham, it's not as fast-paced as Toronto. They don't have a subway system jam-packed with no relief line. Yeah. They don't have to worry about catching the TTC.
Yeah.
Most of the people that live out in Durham drive.
Yeah.
like for the most part, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but for the most part of the people, if you live in Durham,
you're probably whipping
Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa, Bowman, like you need a whip. You can't,
absolutely.
You can't rely on transit there.
Transit's horrible.
You know what I mean? Transit is a beast, bro.
Yo,
I remember when I remember in Pickering there was Dial-A-Bus. You had to call.
I used
remember
to
that
fuck
shit?
with Dial-A-Bus,
Remember
dog?
Dial-A-Bus?
This is what I'm saying. Yo, for you guys who don't know Dial-A-Bus, so literally, like, right, if you're in Toronto, you know you can just go to a bus stop, go to the
Sucking
subway,
on a lollipop.
and you're good. You hop on the train of the bus. Dial-A-Bus in Durham, you're at your house, and you would literally call a number, and the bus would show up at your spot to pick you up. Now,
it was like a big Uber.
Yeah. Now, to some people, when they hear that, they're like, "Yo, that's dope," but that's not dope, because when you have a really, really good transit system, you could plan your day around that. You could just go to the bus stop. You know it's coming in 10 minutes. Dial-A-Bus, what did it take? Like an hour, 45 minutes if it showed up on time.
And you wanted to just go to Pickering Town Center.
This
I
is what
could have
I'm
walked
saying.
there in an hour.
This is what I'm saying. So
You know what I'm saying?
So to dial it back, like, I do get what you're saying. Toronto is super.
It's super hectic.
Yeah,
Like
it is
my
super
wife takes
hectic.
line 2, bro, down
Yeah.
to Bay. I used to rock that too.
Yeah.
And there's always a delay. There's always people rammed in like sardines in a can. But to tell you the truth, that's not just going there at any time. That's going back.
Yeah.
So it's just sometimes you just need a little bit of relief. You need to just detach yourself from your surroundings, especially if you live in a big city like
So
Toronto.
what would you leave Toronto?
Never. I would never leave Toronto to go somewhere else unless it was like dire straits.
Yeah.
Or like for jobs.
So you want to live here and raise your daughter here?
I want to raise my daughter here because this is where the opportunities are. This is where multiculturalism lives.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I move to the East, I was just told a story by this lady that came into my work that her sister's child is mixed,
Yeah.
half black, half something. And they lived in Durham, but they had to move back to the city.
Why?
Because of problems that her daughter was having in school, being teased about the way she looked. And her hair and her nose and her skin. That shit's not happening in Toronto,
I think it does, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because kids are gonna be kids. I think kids they don't have like that sensor where it's like it's not okay to say and do certain things. So if it's just different, they're just gonna say, "Why is that different, Dad? How come that man looks?" You know what I understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't want to take away from the point that you're making, but I think kids are just kids.
No, kids are kids, and I feel you on that. But at the same time, what goes on in certain areas, the kids here are around more.
Oh yeah, they're exposed.
They
to a lot
they
more,
have
of
more
course.
exposure to different race, color, creeds, and nationalities.
Right, so a little bit more
living out there.
accepting. They've seen it
Yeah,
before.
like if they see somebody with a hijab, they're more likely here to just know that's the norm. Whereas if you see that in Whippy, it's more of a wow, really? Because they're not the exposure.
They're not really exposed to
the
that,
exposure is probably there, but not as high as
some
living in Toronto.
Some people are going to leave Toronto to escape that.
Well, there's no escaping multiculturalism, man.
I mean, but some people
we live in Canada.
I know, but
Where are
some
you
people-
going to go? You're
I know,
going to go
but-
to Port
okay,
Perry?
and you know what's
Like,
interesting? And
where are you
what's
gonna go
what's
live?
interesting is when you brought up like wanting to stay in Toronto due to the fact that it's a lot of different cultures.
Yeah.
And I guess you would almost lean towards maybe a little bit people being a little bit more accepting.
Of course.
So you're aware of what happened in Charlottesville, right?
I've been watching that.
So
It's
you
disturbing.
know that they wanted to have one
At UFT.
exactly.
But they got shut down.
And this is in Toronto.
I know.
So so even with what you were just saying about Toronto, and I would have the same impression as well. I would say if you live in the city, you know a lot of it's very multicultural. You know what I mean? So you would assume it would be more accepting, but it's not the case. And I heard numbers like it was supposed to be like in the thousands, bro. It wasn't gonna be a small protest.
That's
thousands.
scary. UFT, that's scary.
So that means
there's a lot of white racist
do
motherfuckers out there.
the
in Toronto.
math, man.
That's
Do the
scary.
fucking math. Like you're going to work, your boss or your coworker, your neighbor, your brethren's parents or whatever. They could be one of those
That could
people.
be one of them. That could be one of them.
That's kind of fucked up. Like would you go to the to the Would you go to, I guess, protest against their protest?
Of course, man.
So, I mean, like, are you afraid, like, though, because, like, what happened in Charlottesville, like, the white dude just ran
Did you
over.
see that car?
He ran over another white person.
It was on Vice. You saw that with the car going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of shit. Especially those fucking cowardly motherfuckers.
Yeah, but cowardly or not, they can kill you.
Anybody could kill anybody. And the reason why I say that, and I'm going to circle right back to what you just said, they could kill me. Okay. Take this, for example. I'm at work yesterday. 7:30, outside of the Starbucks in the parking lot of the mall I work in.
Yeah, I seen this.
Motherfucker gets shot.
Yeah.
7 shots go off as we're in working. I walk out at, after 10 o'clock-ish or so, 10:30, and see the whole half of this place
right by Starbucks.
Marked off with caution. Not the one by Indigo, but the other one.
Yeah.
With caution tape all around it, CTV, City Pulse, all type of minivans and cop cars everywhere, combing the area, detectives, asking people questions. So what I'm trying to say is, death can happen at any time. A shooting can happen at any time.
Sure.
So it's either going to be a racist white person, whether it be male or female, trying to kill me, or it's going to be a person of my own color trying to kill me because they want something out of house.
Okay, so just to speak,
it could be really anybody. So I don't fear no one because death isn't determined by race. Like, it's determined by when it happens.
No, I get that. I get that. And but to speak to the shooting at. And I'm not an expert. I'm not a thug. I don't live that life.
Yeah.
And I'm not a cop, so I don't have the inside. But when I seen the news story, and this is, of course, just what they want to tell you, but they said Buddy was in the car doing his thing, and people showed up in all black
with masks.
Yep. They had a silencer.
But people heard shots.
Hear me out. They had a silencer. And it's a silencer. Doesn't mean you don't hear shit. But they had a silencer. They licked off the shots. They did what they did. They hopped in an Escalade. And then they burned
a BMW.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They hopped in a vehicle. And then they
irrelevant.
burned up the vehicle. So
in Mississauga.
The point that I'm trying to make, though, is this isn't random, bro.
That was a targeted shot.
This is what I'm saying. So what you were saying is that's going to happen anywhere. Yeah, of course. But like that shit was targeted.
But think about it. Anybody in the day, like right now, even if you step on somebody's foot wrong, that is a cause for beef now.
Right, but
because people are packing shit no matter what.
But you're making my point even more. So you're trying to tell me if I step on someone's shoe, that could turn fatal.
It could.
So now, mind you, so if I go to a alt-right rally, a white nationalist rally, there's thousands of people there. Chances are I'm going to step on someone's foot. Fuck it. Of course. I'm just going to I'm going to give reason for them to want to do something to me just because I'm there, because I'm black. So, by the way, I don't want this to get lost. I'm not suggesting that people shouldn't go there to protest against this. I'm not saying I wouldn't either. All I'm saying is, you do take your life in your own hand when that happens, right? Like when you do that. I'm just really fucking surprised that it's happening at all. Like, I guess I'm naive to the temperature in the city, but I would never expect that.
No, and it's almost like we're on a rewind. It not even just here, but in the U.S. I mean, U.S. has had struggles with race for a long period of time.
That country's founded on racism.
USA has been fucked for a long time.
Their biggest business is racism.
It is, but you got to think. Look who is the puppeteer of this whole situation.
What, Trump?
Yeah. Okay. No, the heat was not on top of the fucking stove when Obama was in office, and he did 8 years. Now they hire a right-wing white man who obviously has affiliations to some type of white nationalism or Ku Klux Klan.
David Duke.
Right. One of the oldest members.
And not to interrupt you.
Did you see the tweet?
Yeah, but Trump's, not to interrupt you, but Trump's dad, and listeners out there, please correct me if I'm incorrect, but I do know Trump's dad was a part of the fucking Ku Klux Klan.
I wouldn't doubt it.
No, it's not. There's nothing to doubt. He was a part of that.
So
go ahead.
But what I'm saying is that's the hook, line, and sinker. We're looking at Trump as being the president of the United States, but the people are losing sight as to what his history is. Yeah. Sorry, not his history, but his family's history and the ancestry behind his family.
Yeah.
He has deep-rooted money. he's protected for some fucking reason. You're telling me that he can't just walk out of the White House and somebody just goes,
shoot him, kill him,
fucking turns the lights off on him.
Hey man, you better be careful, yo. I ain't trying to have the FBI knocking on my fucking
no,
door.
No. Fuck that shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, like, nobody took out Obama and everybody thought that Obama was going to be outed.
Yeah.
Okay? They took out JFK. They took out Malcolm X. They took out Martin Luther King. They took out, like, all of these great.
You make a good point. I asked myself the same thing. I'm like, how come nobody, not saying that he should.
That's not what we're saying.
At all.
Nobody's saying to out anybody. What I'm saying
wondering
is
why.
Why?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Like, I understand they have a lot of protection around them. They have a lot of bodyguards and heavy security, and that's, of course, in his position, being the ruler of that nation, that would be inevitable. Like, you're gonna have that protection, but at the same time, Malcolm X had a lot of people, Nation of Islam, and all the brothers around him. So why wasn't he protected? Why was JFK
was the president,
and he was assassinated and shot through the head? Obama, people were like, okay, we have a nigger in the office, in the Oval Office.
Yeah. People
were thinking, wow, that guy's going to get assassinated ASAP.
Never happened.
And you think of, okay, this is a funny thing. And now that I'm actually saying it out loud, this is what doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. This is why America's so fucked. Sorry, I love American music. I love American music and the culture of certain things.
Yeah, of course.
But the culture of the American mind is absolutely warped. And this is why I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Obama did 8 years. If there's that many racist white people in America, and there's more white people than any other, if they are supposedly the superior race, and Obama was able to do 8 years, that's 2 terms in office.
Yeah.
Nobody took him out. There was no white nationalist rampage running around, going crazy, lighting those tiki torches when Obama was in office and saying, we will not allow you to take our spot and live and do this and all that bullshit they were chanting up and down the street.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, Trump is in office. And now all of a sudden they start to trickle their feathers and they come out of the fucking closet. That's what doesn't make sense to me. But why were they not protesting against Obama when he was in office and he was the black president and supposedly Muslim? Well, but think about that. Supposedly Muslim. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's what people are saying. Somebody said I would never vote for a fucking Muslim. Mm-hmm. First of all, they don't know if Obama's Muslim. Yeah. Maybe that's in his family tree, but I don't know if he's Muslim or if he was raised that way or whatever. That doesn't even matter. But why wasn't there an abundance of racism towards black people or Obama and his family being in office at that time?
Okay, well, let's not.
Why now when it's a white president?
Well, let's not forget. So two things. We'll talk about the Obama presidency, what was going on, the texture, and then we'll talk about the Trump thing. So 2 things. You got to remember, when Obama was president, niggas was getting murdered by cops the entire time. Ain't nobody was getting hung up for that. That shit went down. Remember?
Yeah, but that was just Klan members in uniforms doing that.
But it was still happening. And remember, Barack. I'm not saying.
But do you think that he? But I don't think that's because Obama stirred the pot.
I'm not saying he stirred the pot, but he didn't really even do shit. Like in Ferguson, he wasn't down there. All these places, these things happened. Mm-hmm. It's not like he was down there marching with the people either. Yeah, so true, Obama, yes, he was in there. You didn't have niggas with white people with torches and shit. But let's not get it twisted. Like all that shit still happened. A lot of it. Yeah. Now with Trump being in office, to your point about them kind of like, everybody showing their true colors. I mean, rightfully so. Like again, America, in my opinion, I don't know everything, but like in my opinion, America is very racist. So when you get one of your own in office, it's time to show out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got one of your boys running the shit. Of course, it's time to show out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just think personally, this is like what's happening now is like a clear representation of that country's true colors. I remember
you know what I would say though? Sorry. It's like that's the underlining truth.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
Like opening the page and seeing, wow, this is what we stand for.
Dude,
this is it.
When Trump gave his speech at his hotel, his speech was supposed to be about infrastructure. Of course, they didn't let it be about that. They started like, what the fuck? Why didn't you say anything about what happened in Charlottesville? This guy had the nerve to say there was good people on both sides. So, for instance, he was saying the people who were marching with the alt-rights and the white nationalists, there was people in that crowd basically only there to protect history because they wanted to take down the statue of Robert E. Lee. I'm thinking to myself, is this guy fucking stupid? Because guess what? If I'm white and I'm not a racist and I'm there literally to protest that statue coming down and I'm walking with a bunch of people shouting some anti-Semitic shit, fuck niggas and all that. Oh, I'm with the wrong crowd. I need to leave this shit. If you're there, you're there for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit to me made absolutely no sense.
Absolutely, man.
Like,
absolutely.
And I just like, we have not me. My wife, Karen, she has family in New York.
I have family in Chicago, Minnesota, Florida.
I refuse to go to the States. I have no interest.
This is the worst time to go over to the fucking
States. I have
States,
no interest in going to the U.S. at all.
No, I'm okay.
You know,
I'm good. The closest I'll go is Niagara Falls.
What do you think's gonna? Do you think he's gonna get impeached? Do you think he's gonna last the 4 years? Like, what do you think?
You know, if things keep going the way they are, I would hope. Like, we've been speaking about this even at work. I would hope that they would impeach the president. But I mean, the likelihood of that happening.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna happen?
You know, I really don't think it's going to.
You think he's gonna make it 8 years, 2 terms?
Not 8 years. I think he'll do 1, but I don't think he'll do 2. I think after all of this madness and the storm has passed, I think the Americans, I would hope the majority of the Americans will have enough of this chaos, man. You can't live your whole fucking life like this. Especially a whole 8 years of this shit.
Do you think it's more on white people now to kind of step up?
Well, yeah.
Because it's the white nationalists, the alt-right, they're the ones coming out. So it's like, if white people want to like make sure they are separated, they're not looked at as being a part of this group. Do you think it's up to them to now come out and say something and denounce them?
Yeah, because if they don't, then it's going to be an ugly turn for the worst. Because other races, not just black people, because everybody always wants to say it's just going to be black people. But it's not. Blacks, Jews, Indian, Pakistani, whoever else, Mexicans, they're going to start retaliating. And they're going to start getting angry. And they're going to see just any white person and start retaliating against them. Any target that they see. Just as much as the cops, or mostly white cops, look at a black person in the United States of America, especially in the southern states, and deem them as criminals. White people, black people, or whoever else of a minority will view every white person as racist. So because that's all they're seeing on TV.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a lot of white friends.
Well, somewhat. Not so much anymore, but yeah.
Wait, why not anymore? Because of this shit?
No. I have white friends, but not. I wouldn't say a mass abundance. But I have white friends.
So these white friends, like if they follow you on social media, right? Maybe Facebook, whatever. Yeah. Right. If you're not seeing them post like anti-white nationalists, alt-white, whatever, right? Against that shit. Do you feel weird? Are you like, dude, I know you watch TV. I know you know what's going on. We're brethren. Why are you not denouncing this shit?
You know what?
You feel weird?
I feel weird, but I don't feel weird because a lot of the times people just don't really want to fucking get involved. Like, if you don't care about that shit and you know that you don't really think like that, why would you even chime in on it? Like, I personally don't ever watch Sex in the fucking City, okay? And if somebody was to post something about Sarah, whatever her fucking name is,
Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's how much I do not know about the show.
I knew it.
I'm not going to be interested in something that's not affecting me. Like, if I know I'm not racist, I love white people. I love black. I love Pakistani. I love Indian, Chinese, Korean, whatever. I don't give a fuck. So for me, if I'm a white guy and I look at what's going on, I don't feel like I would have to say anything because my people should know that I'm against that. Just like Patrick.
Oh, Patrick, yeah.
Docs.
Yeah.
Like Docs, like Docs is a dude. Like, he's your man, like, from Time. He doesn't have to say a fucking word. Yeah, in retrospect, he shouldn't have to because you already know that he's not down for that.
But that's only for the people that know him like that. I actually think that white people have an obligation to do that. And the reason why I think that they...
But that's just as much just as much as black people saying they have to care about that whole Black Lives Matters movement.
You should.
But Lil Wayne doesn't give a fuck, and nobody said shit.
They did. Yes, they did.
People did.
Yes,
but at the same time, when Lil Wayne came on that interview with that lady when he was being interviewed 1-on-1, across from each other, and he said, "I don't care about Black Lives Matter. I care about my fucking self." He's like, that man white. He filming me. I'm a rich motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And what he's saying is shit's happening in the U.S. We've been oppressed for how many years? Okay. Slavery abolished. Okay. We're still in mental slavery now in the year of 2017. Okay. So what Lil Wayne was basically saying is, no matter what the fuck we do and march and throw flags up and say Black Lives Matter and wear a fucking t-shirt, they're still going to aim at us. Doesn't matter how much money we have. Doesn't matter how many flags we put up.
Okay, first
Black
of all,
Lives Matter regardless.
Okay, first of all, I'm not saying that marching gets the job done. You understand what I'm saying? But also to your point about Lil Wayne, first of all, it's Lil fucking Wayne. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not saying anything positive about what he's saying.
And hold on. Lil Wayne's also a fucking hypocrite.
He is a hypocrite.
Because many times and songs on stage, everything, he's also said Black Lives Matter. He supports it. All right, insert clip here.
And I know he supports it, but what I'm saying is you don't have to prove something if you already know it in your heart. I don't
think it's about proving it. What I think it's about raising awareness that this is wrong. And here, this is the thing.
And you're saying this from people that we just know, or are you saying this from
period? This is what I'm trying to show you, okay? These fucking groups, they try to brainwash people. All right, so like they try to say like, look, you're white, immigrants are coming in to, just like for like lack of a better description, they're taking your jobs. You don't want your jobs to be taken. You need to join this group. And if you're a white dude and you're like, yeah, they are, you're gonna join that shit. So it's about white people, because they're not gonna give a fuck if you're not white and you're trying to denounce it. It's about white people stepping up and being like, you know what, this isn't right, this is wrong. So even if we use Patty for example, that's my boy, that's my man. I know he doesn't rock with that shit, but everybody who follows Patrick on his Instagram, his Twitter, or etc., I don't know them motherfuckers. There may be some white people on there, and in their mind they may be like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to that march on September 15th. Okay. But Patrick put something out on his Instagram and he's like, yo, this shit ain't right. They see that and they're like, maybe they start rethinking shit. It's up to them. They have a responsibility to say shit. If you don't say nothing, you're just as responsible. I'm placing blame on you too. It's up to them to stop the shit.
True.
My opinion.
No, I feel you. With that being said, I mean, shit, I don't think that the rally in Toronto is going to pop off unless they go against the grain and they do it somewhere else. They're not going to do it at U of T, so they're going to go and do it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's not going to happen at U of T, but it is supposed to happen somewhere else.
Let it fucking happen. Let it happen. What are they going to resolve? What is that resolving? Really? Come on.
Do you think that
what is that
okay,
solving?
Do you think that if a white person goes to that and they're identified, that they should get fired from their job?
If they're causing violence, of course.
So if you're
freedom of speech.
But freedom of speech, you're not protected under the Freedom of Speech Act if what you're saying is inciting a riot, violence, etc.
And I'm not condoning their actions, but what I'm saying is what somebody practices outside of work, if they're not harming anybody. I'm not saying if they punch somebody in the face, if they do something of a violent act against somebody of another nationality or race, creed, or color off of the job, and that's detrimental to their job. So if it's reflecting on, let's just say he works at Blockbuster Video, and Blockbuster Video, well, because they don't exist, so nobody can fuck me over now, because I'm saying something that doesn't exist.
All right, fine.
That nobody can come against me legally for that. So at Blockbuster Video, you are Jim and you're white and you work for Blockbuster Video and you go to the rally, okay? And you see this black person and you're getting all riled up because your brothers are like, yeah, fuck these black guys, yeah. And then
Fuck these niggers.
And Jim, you should go punch a motherfucker, dude. And you're like, yeah, dude. And then all of a sudden you walk up to fucking Tyrone or Aaron and just like clock the fucking dude in his face and break his jaw.
Yeah.
And he's like, I rent fucking videos from you. Oh shit, it's Tyrone, dude. I just knocked him to the fucking floor. And then fucking Tyrone goes back to your work the next day and tells your boss, yeah, your fucking employee was at a rally yesterday and he knocked me to the fucking floor and called me a nigger. Yes, you should be fired. But if you're in a rally and you're supporting your cause and you're not harming anybody, I don't necessarily know if you should be fired for doing something that you feel is right. I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying, would you really fire somebody?
Yes.
Would you? Okay.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, what you're saying, flip it on the other side.
What side?
Flip it on the other side.
Flip it for me. Flip it for me.
So think about it this way: our world.
No,
Our world.
flip it, nigga.
If our world was built off of honesty, loyalty, democracy, all of these issues and all of these syllables and synonyms and all these things that we use in our lifetime. So growing up, we know about the Black Panther Party. We know about the Nation of Islam. We know about the Ku Klux Klan. We knew about the Heritage Front. We know about neo-Nazis. We know about all of these groups that are encompassed by people that either preach love, they preach hate, they preach togetherness, brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever hood. Some of them even war hoods. Okay? All of these people were obviously employed by somebody. Okay? Some of these people in the 70s, 60s, when some of our heroes were alive, were employed by the same employer. And fucking knew each other. None of them were fired.
Yeah,
because
they should have been.
But what I'm saying is how are we basing somebody's employment on what they believe?
Okay, this is why, Divine.
And just like you walking into my work, okay, and you saying, I believe in ABC, or I'm an atheist, or I'm this, or I'm that.
Yeah, but that's religion.
But what I'm saying is that our world is actually divided by religion.
Yeah, so, but we're not talking about religion.
But what I'm saying is that everybody in the world has their own opinion on what's right and what's wrong, right? So you might think, fuck, it's a red light camera, but I know it's yellow. I'm still going to go through. But that other person's going to probably slow down beside you and not go through. Some people have different opinions on what's right and what's wrong. So how are we to decide on their way of thinking?
Yeah, but
is
we're talking,
wrong,
but
and
we're talking,
that way
but
of
we're
thinking
talking
is
about
right.
racism.
Racism is wrong 100%.
So,
but at the same time, we could be working with racist people and never know.
So this is what I'm trying to say. So, but this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. I get the point that you're trying to make. I do.
Are you seeing where I'm going with
I
this?
do. But look at what I'm saying.
There's racist cops on the force, but they're still employed.
But they shouldn't be there.
But what I'm saying is they're still employed because they're doing their job.
No,
regardless if
no.
I'm not
You
saying
can't be a racist cop
you can't
on the fucking force because you're not gonna do your job.
No, I'm not saying
biased.
No. Hold on. No. What I'm saying is I'm not saying they're outright saying, my partner's a
Doesn't
fucking
matter.
nigger.
You can't have racism in your fucking heart and be a cop. You can't not like niggas.
So you're saying that every single
like Asians.
But are you saying that every single white cop that's on the force in every country in the world is not racist?
That's not. Hell no.
That's impossible. So then,
but you're missing the point of what I said. What I'm saying. The original question was, if you went to this rally, if you're white and you're saying some racist shit, some anti-Semitic shit, some fuck black people, whatever shit, and you're identified. So now we know you're racist. Do you think you should have a job? You said yes, no. What you were saying about the cops, let me finish. I'll let you go. What you were saying about the cops is, do I think every cop on the force is not racist? Of course not. But if a cop doesn't openly say he's not racist, how am I going to know? That cop can go about doing his job for 20 years and be fucking racist as shit, but we would never know. But if that cop comes out and says he's racist, Dude, it's a cop's responsibility to judge right from wrong.
Of course.
But if you're racist and you're stereotyping in your mind all black people, all Mexican people, brown people, whatever, are bad, how are you going to be able to do your job correctly? You're automatically going to say, even if I'm stopping at the light, I slow down, I'm doing the speed limit, he's black, I'm pulling him over, ticket. Same. So I don't think if you are caught at this fucking job, at this rally or whatever, you should be fucking fired. Period.
Okay.
I mean, okay, Divine, if you own a company, if you're running a company,
Yeah.
and your company, their biggest thing is customer service.
Yeah.
Okay, customer service, face to face, mind you, not over the phone, face to face. The customers are coming in, and your company's in Toronto, very multicultural. Would you knowingly hire a racist person?
Of course not. Of course not.
Okay, that's good. That's great. Now, this white person, Ron, you catch him on TV at the fucking thing, the rally. Fuck niggas. Fuck
Okay,
Jews.
that's different. That's
not different because that's what they say. You catch him at this shit and then he comes into work the next day. You see him on CP24, fuck niggas and all that shit. And he shows up to work. Hey, Mike, how's it going today? What do you do?
Well, obviously, that's
What's obvious?
Scenario.
Why is it different? It's not different.
Are you saying about somebody participating or going nuts and dropping
If you're
N-bombs?
at the rally, why else would you be at the rally to watch? You're either saying fuck these crackers or you're saying fuck these niggas. You're one.
I don't know, man. It's a touchy subject.
It's not touchy.
It is touchy.
No, it's not. It's very straightforward. You sound like Trump right now talking about there's good on both sides. No, it's very cut and dry, my friend. If you are participating in this rally, you are in the wrong. It's literally
No, it
no
is
gray.
wrong. I'm not
There's
saying
no gray.
that, no.
There's no gray. You are just wrong.
I'm not saying that. I don't even think the rally should exist at all. At all. I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world, and I'll tell you why. When in my life have I ever known anybody that I know that's white to struggle? And
I
to
know
have
some.
I'm not
Sorry, you're talking about you.
No,
Go ahead.
all I'm saying is that I've maybe seen one or two, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel like the argument that they're posing, there's no threat to them. That's all I'm saying. There's no threat on that side.
Yeah.
In my opinion. That's just my opinion. But
no, I hear you on
this
that.
is a sensitive topic because we work in a multicultural environment.
But I love white people.
So do I. But I just don't.
I love white people.
I do too. But I just don't understand what all the hostility and anger towards other nationalities is right now. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but it's
because,
not even.
But nobody of another race or culture that was here before all the new immigrants and people started coming in chose to move from their homeland. Our ancestors, or our people that came over to the Caribbean and went and got shipped over in big ass boats to Jamaica and the other islands did not choose to move away from the motherland.
Yeah, well, some people chose.
No, but what I'm
talking about way back then.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is the majority of the people, and when they had how many millions of slaves, shipped off to different islands off of these boats to Trinidad, to Jamaica, so forth and so on. That wasn't our choice. And then when we started leaving those islands, like my parents, for example, left Jamaica to come to Canada. Like, if you really think about it, all of the arguments that they're posing was created by them.
I know. That's the funny thing.
So it's like when somebody looks at a black person or whoever and says, go back to your country, go back to where you came from. Well, we were brought here.
Like, nigga, you brought me here.
Like, we did not choose to move from the motherland.
That's the whole thing. And the other thing too, what's funny about it is the whole, like, the slavery shit, nothing funny about it, but like, it's funny that a white person would say that, a racist white person would say that to a black person, be like, nigga, go back to your country. First of all, you brought us here against our will. Second of all, when you brought us here, you forced us to work. So we built this motherfucker. And now that it's built and it's thriving and you guys got the head start, because remember, It's not like when you're in slavery, you're fucking cashing a check at the end of the week. You understand what I'm saying? So you're working for free. So you guys got to stack all that bread. So now that, you know, your country's built up, you got all this money, you stacked all that bread off of our free. Now you want us to leave? Nigga, I should.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
See, this conversation.
This is a whole episode.
This conversation went all over the place, but you know what? Sometimes you got to get shit off your chest. But on a lighter note, man, other things that I've been doing is just taking in a lot of music. We can circle back to that in a minute.
Fuck music.
No. I don't want to fuck music.
No. Yo. Speaking of music, and also keeping it with race. Do you remember Krayshawn? You know who Krayshawn is? That white girl.
Krayshawn,
white girl. So apparently, she takes to Twitter. And she actually said, "I'm retiring from music." Like, why are you announcing it? Like anyone cares?
Nobody even cares.
I know, but she said, but this is what she said. She goes, "I'm retiring from music because I feel like there are people of color who can do it much more than I can, much better than I can, and I don't want to take away their shine." And I said to myself, I didn't know if I should be like, are you fucking dumb, bitch? Or if I should be like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like how do you even respond?
I don't
take
know.
That?
Yeah, but I don't really care about white people doing black music. You know what I'm saying?
Music is
like,
music, so
yeah,
whatever. Like, I mean, hey, applaud to you if you want to bow out and take an L. Like, go do what you got to do. But music is music.
What have you been listening to?
Shit, man. Like, because I've been in such a weird mood lately. You know what? I actually stumbled upon this new Sky Zoo joint, this album called Peddler Themes.
Is it his album?
Yeah, it's his album. I actually found it on iTunes.
Okay.
Because I was going through some YouTube videos, and for some reason there was a Sky Zoo video, a song called Bamboo that popped up, and I never heard the song.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, Bamboo? So I clicked on it, and it came up. The song is banging.
Okay.
This was actually released in 2017. It's called Peddler Themes. The album is absolutely phenomenal. The production is just absolutely amazing.
You know who did the production or the majority? Did it say?
You know what?
Because I don't like I don't like that about iTunes. It doesn't really give you like the credits and shit.
Like the meat and potatoes behind it.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't really this sounds really stupid, but I didn't care. No, because the music on the I know it sounds stupid, but the music was so fucking good on this album.
Yeah.
That I just wanted to listen to the music. I really didn't care about production credits. I didn't care about who was on it. I just know going into that Bamboo track, I was just floored by it. I'm like, yo, Sky Zoo just released The Easy Truth, which I ordered from Amazon.
This guy always with his physical copies.
Telling you, man. I got to support the artist, man. It's important.
Right.
So The Easy Truth is fully produced 100% by Apollo Brown.
Okay.
Every track on there is just fucking banana cake. Like Sky Zoo is a beat, huh?
I love banana cake.
I love banana cake. Shit. For anybody out there, if you ever want to come by this spot, man, you want to bring us some banana cake, I'll give you my phone number at the end. You can text me when you can.
So what's the album called again? I want to take it into.
Okay, so the first one that you should definitely check out is Apollo Brown and Sky Zoo, and that's called The Easy Truth. That was their newest album. I can actually if you can download it, I guess. But yeah, that one came out 2016, right at the end.
Okay.
This album, unbelievable. He has some good features on there. Joel Ortiz, he has Conway on there, West Side Gun, Stally, the song called Payout. That song's phenomenal. And you know the reason why I give Stally some credit is because Stally is actually on Rick Ross's label.
Yeah, that's the dude from MMG, yeah?
Yeah, from MMG with the big beard, Muslim guy. Yeah. I've been a big fan of Stally. I actually saw him rock a live show on a little stage in I think it was in Kensington Market or somewhere.
Oh, shit.
But honestly, man, that dude, actually, we were on that bill. We did a show. I think that was a show we actually did.
Wait, when was this?
This is going a few years ago, man, when I was rolling with Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Sean Fleck or somebody opened for him and we went to that show. I can't remember exactly, but Stally put on a good show. He's actually one of my fave MCs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I really like Stally. I like his flow. I like everything about him. I like what he stands for. He's not all blinged out. Even though he rolls with those dudes, he's still his own.
He's
He's
different.
like a Wale.
He's like a Wale, yeah.
Wale does his own shit, kind of gets into some of the trappy shit, but he still circles back.
I'm not a fan of Wale, but anyway.
I like some of Wale shit. Just to be honest, I like some of Wale shit.
That
but
new album sucks.
The new album
ahead.
does suck.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to a lot of stuff from my childhood, actually, because I've been in such a weird, dark place, especially after the passing of.
Did you have a bad childhood? Like
No. I'm saying no. Sorry. Let me say I had a really good childhood. I had a really good childhood. No, what I'm saying is no. I was listening to a lot of dark music because I grew up in an era where you had access to a lot. Like people around you. Like you had the preppies, you had the b-boys, and then you had the skaters, and you had the grungers. So I was around a lot of different types of music. One of my favorite rock groups is actually The Cure.
Okay.
A lot of people out there who know me know this because I'm a huge Robert Smith fan, and that's where I learned how to write a lot of my music. The album Disintegration from 1989, I believe, was one of my favorite Cure albums. So
look at this guy.
Taking that album in on headphones and listening to the lyrics and the instrumentation through that album puts you in a different place, man. So I've been listening to a lot of The Cure. I've been listening to a lot of Conway, West Side Gun.
Obviously.
I've actually been going backwards. I've been listening to a lot of like the Locks first album.
I just listened to the Locks the other day. I listened to the We Are the Streets album.
Yeah, that album is crazy.
Styles P, man. That's my
Styles
dude.
P. Oh, I actually just took in again Gangster and a Gentleman because I actually never heard that album in its entirety.
Oh my God, that's like his best album.
I only heard like song because remember I grew up around a lot of DJs who would only play those bangers and put them on mixtapes. So I only really got exposed to the songs that were hitting at the time.
Yeah.
But then when I took in the whole album, I'm like, oh my God,
that album's amazing.
Like it took me this long. I'm 40 now, and I'm just hearing this whole album now.
Yo, that album actually went gold too.
Oh, it did.
Like he sold records on that.
That's
album.
fantastic.
I know. I'm happy for.
That's
him.
and Joyner Lucas. I've been listening to.
Wait, which one? The Phone Number album?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been listening to that. What else I've been taking in? I've been listening to some KRS-One, Master Ace's newest album. I've been listening to
from Wu-Tang. Master Ace from
no
Wu-Tang?
Master Ace, like Master Ace, the Incorporated INC. Master Ace, he's like iconic hip hop legend. Master Ace.
Sorry.
You were thinking of Master
Apologies.
Killer.
Yeah,
you were thinking of Master
Killer.
Killer. That's
Yeah,
okay. No
yeah,
disrespect. That's okay. He has a new album called
Blaze.
He has a new Blaze Fire. A new album called The Falling Season. That album's pretty dope.
Okay.
There's actually a song. Let me circle back just for a minute, and this is why I love hip hop.
You're always circling.
I know, but this is why
dizzy.
I know I'm dizzy like Gillespie. This is why I love hip hop.
All right.
Because hip hop allows us to pay homage to the people who were before us. And Sky Zoo does a really good job on Peddler's Theme.
Okay.
By bringing back not even a full-length song, because it wasn't a full-length song, but bringing back an element of one of my favorite albums, which is on the Nas Illmatic album. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know if you've ever listened to the Nas Illmatic album right from the beginning, like before the first song even kicks in.
Yeah, the intro, the Genesis.
The New York State of Mind. So Genesis, he actually samples that and raps over that whole shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That
like like they actually chop it and make it into a beat. And then he has another song where he samples Nas's voice.
Yeah,
and there's this one part in the song where it's like, "Whose world is this? Don't worry about it." Like, and he just goes off, man. Like,
that's sick.
Sky Zoo is a force to be reckoned with, and he doesn't get enough credit as an MC.
I don't think so at all. He's from Detroit, right?
No, Sky Zoo is actually from New York.
He's from New York?
Yeah.
Why do I think he was from Detroit?
I don't know. He's probably and DJ Green Lantern. You got to look this track up.
Okay.
DJ Green Lantern featuring Royce da 5'9" and Conway. This song.
Whoa, what's the song called?
I don't even remember. All I know is the song is a phenomenal track, man. So that's another thing you got to look.
Okay, look it up for me and look because I want to.
Yeah, this song is actually called. I was just watching it the other day. It's called
DJ Green Lantern. So hold on one second, Royce.
It's called Ill.
Okay, I never
It's
heard
called
that
Ill.
one. They have another.
They have a
different-
J sample in there. There's a Jay-Z sample in that
Yeah.
motherfucker. Yo, this song is
All right,
banging.
I'll take that
But the
in
video, I'm telling you.
And there's a video for it
yeah,
too?
because I'm a YouTuber. You know, I'm always on YouTube.
All right.
So the visuals for this video are just fucking banging. There's also another new song, something that I looked up. It's Tragedy Gaddafi, which is Intelligent Hoodlum, which was his original name, featuring Royal Flush. The song is called Yams. That song is banging too. So for me, I'm a hip hop researcher. Like, I like to dig for that underground shit because I'm so sick and tired of hearing all this like Future and Drake singing and all that bullshit.
Yo, don't disrespect the gods. Son.
I'm not yo, it's the God. And yo, it's the God,
Meet you at the
God.
God hour.
You know, but yo, Chris Alta. Yo, I'm saying though, like for me, I grew up on that hip hop shit, and I know you did too. So, but there's times where you want to shift and listen to something different.
Yeah.
But that's when I have Horse and Carriage on here by Cameron on my phone. You know, there's sometimes sometimes you gotta listen to some of that.
Nathan Betha.
But you know what? But you know what's really funny though? That shit to me was really whack back in the day. But now when I listen to it, it's like this shit's so fucking fresh.
We're gonna rise
To the top, Michael Johnson. Like I'm
I
telling
don't know
you,
what that nigga's saying, but yeah.
like
nah,
what
that
is he
was his
saying? He's
shit.
like Michael Jackson, Shaka Flow. Like what is he even saying?
I think he's just saying some people
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But yo,
But
I
yo-
wanna if you don't mind, I don't give a fuck if you mind, but I wanna shout out
hip hop music.
I want to shout out a couple of people because I always promised them that we would, if they actually mention our name or
His shit.
or actually comment on the show.
When you're done that, I'm gonna just tell you something that was really funny.
No,
Fuck
you're not allowed.
you.
So wait a second.
His shit.
We got this one dude. He comes on here, and his name is. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name, bro, but you're a cool dude. We had a little bit of a conversation, but he commented on the last episode, and his name is Gild Briscoe.
Whoa.
And he goes,
What up, Jill Briscoe?
he goes, dope episode, fam, but for real, I thought you were white too.
Aww.
He's like, yo, I see niggas. He goes, I see niggas think you fooled me, but good show though. So he showed a little bit of love. Then I did a little clip about the Cash Me Outside girl. You know what I'm saying? About her eventually getting into porn, because that's gonna happen. And then this one guy's like, his name is Crazy Limper, and he goes,
Crazy. Okay, shout out Crazy Limper. What's going on?
he goes, she better look the same after 5 years. I'm saving my semen just to jerk off to her. She was sent here as a gift for us men to jerk off to. Wow. I'm excited to see her in the next couple of years. Please make that happen. Now, let me say this. I don't handle her career. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. But anyways, I do think she'll be in porn eventually. Then this next homeboy, he does a comment. This is when we were talking about Plaza. And his name is Cielo Cesar. So shout out Cielo Cesar.
Shout out.
And he goes, Jesus, these guys need to shut the fuck up. They don't sound alike. Fuck. This is, remember we were saying that he sounds like Future and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sounds like
yeah,
Drake
yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah.
So yeah, a couple people they did some comments. So shout out those guys, man.
Shout
As
out,
always,
shout out.
you comment on the show, we're gonna shout you. Yo, and as a matter of fact, next time when you guys comment, leave your social media handle, whether it be Instagram or Twitter or whatever the fuck it is you're on. Leave that so we can actually shout you guys out
for
on
real.
Twitter as well.
For real. And I'm just trying to figure out, man. Like, back to this whole "you sound white" shit. I still don't understand. I still don't understand it, and I don't get it.
I don't. Well, I mean, obviously you do understand it, but you don't act like you don't. All they're saying is we talk with proper grammar, with etiquette, and things of that nature. So that's all
that I speak properly.
And but again, like that to me is like is also a slap in the face to black people, because it's like basically you're saying, oh, what? So all black people just, yo, what up, son? Yo, pass me that 45. My pants is sagging, and no, that's
yo,
not,
nigga, what? Yo, what's poppin', son? Yo, check this out, son. Yo.
Okay,
Like,
first of all,
Fuck
that's not a dialect. That is just Ebonics.
Yeah.
White people could speak it. Asian people could speak it, Indian people, and so on, so on.
There
As a
you
matter of
go.
fact, they do.
They do.
So it's Ebonics. So black people, that's not our language. It's just a slang. It's broken English.
That's right.
That's all it is.
That's right.
So the way we talk, we speak English.
We're speaking English.
We speak English in this country.
Jeez.
Whose man are you? That's from
He is who walketh to the top of the mountaineth.
That's from Gangs in New York. Anyways, yo, we're wrapping up the show. We got like 5 more minutes, man. Take us out, Devon.
Yo, check it out, man. So back to hip hop because
Oh my
I don't feel like we. Holy shit. Okay, this is funny as fuck, and I'm gonna share something with y'all.
What?
Okay, so we're sitting here, we're doing the show. I have 5 minutes to close out the show. I had my drinks resting on a book. Okay, I could have picked any book in the world. I'm gonna tell you guys,
Or at least what's in this room.
or what's in this room. But you remember how we were talking about Toronto?
Yeah.
The book that I had to pick up says Multicultural Research, a reflective engagement with race, class, gender, and sexual orientation.
That's pretty funny.
Is that not
Hold
fucking
up,
ironic?
hold on. Let's take it a step further. There's a tag. There's a marker in there. Open it up where the marker is.
Can
Let's-
you
Let's see where the page is at.
This is fucking
Read-
okay. This is crazy. Personal and intellectual motivation for working from the margin.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it just means
I don't know a lot. Though.
there was no split between my personal and intellectual dilemmas. So this is just basically talking about
Yeah, you lost me.
motivation. But
But
honestly,
it's crazy that that's the book that you chose. That's kind of fucked up.
and I didn't even look at the book. So
Yeah.
people out there, man, sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. I
So-
actually want to borrow this book. Is there like somewhere you can sign this shit
Nah,
out?
man, but they got cameras and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yo, so Devon, are we gonna see you at the White Nationalist rally? Are you gonna be there?
You know what, man? Honestly,
I'm playing.
like,
You don't have to answer that question. As a matter of fact, don't. But with that, let's.
I just hope, just like any other event in the entire world, because there's a lot of madness going on. People driving their cars into fucking buildings and shit and acting the motherfucking fool and killing innocent people.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. But what I'm saying is if this rally does happen, I pray that people make it out okay. Because honestly, this can be really good for some. If that's their cause,
No.
fuck them. I don't care.
No.
But at the same time, if you're going to be doing this and you're participating, you gotta keep this shit peaceful. Not like they're listening to my fucking show anyways. But what I'm saying is, Black Lives Matter didn't turn violent.
What I'm
So
saying
what I'm
is,
saying is just
yeah,
keep
no, I hear you. You
People
want it to
need
be-
to- people-
You want people to be able to go and be able to come home.
like, if you want to do something, like anything, just do it within reason.
Here's-
Not that I'm condoning it,
Yeah.
but just do your shit, but shut the fuck up and go home after.
Here's
Like,
what I'm saying. I do want it to be peaceful, but if there is any violence, I want it to be towards the white nationalists.
It will be.
towards the alt right.
It will
You can't
be.
say that because somebody got killed at the last one.
that's
So if there's anything that's gonna happen, let it be towards them motherfuckers. We only got 3 minutes. Listen, let's bring it to a close. You guys, thank you so much.
Listen
for
to
tuning in.
hip hop music.
Listen
Don't-
to hip hop music. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we're here every single
We're
week.
angry.
Every single Saturday between 9 and 10, Maximum
Angry.
FM. And also, look, man, I know you niggas got a smartphone, so make sure you download the app, Maximum FM. You can get it from your app store, so you can take us with you, man, every Saturday. Shout out to
Mike
Mike
Boogie.
Boogie.
Mike Boogie.
You can follow me on Twitter at I'm Chris Green. Also on my Instagram, The Ignorance is free with the Z. You guys know the show is going to be up and live in the next couple of minutes, right at 10 o'clock. That's the YouTube channel. The Ignorance is free. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Remember, leave your social media handle so we can not only shout you out on the show, but we can also hit you up and shout you out on our social media as well.
Yo, at Mike Divine Music with a K.
That's it.
Holla at me.
That's all we get.
Hey, yo, check it out. Yo, we're going to end with a little freestyle, man. Yo,
I'm
check.
not freestyling.
Well, my name is Mike, and I'm here to say I'm the best fucking rapper from around the way. And if you think I'm whack, you don't think I'm black, well, in your head, you get the crack. Huh. some 1987 shit. But yo, for
Fire.
real. But for real, man. Yo, peace and love to everybody
man,
out there,
crazy.
man. let's just say right now on a closing note, man, everything we said today was just coming from our minds and our hearts. When you listen to this show, I don't want anybody thinking that we don't speak our mind. There's no script. There's no paper.
No.
There's no phone with lyrics. There's no teleprompter telling us what to say. This is everything coming from our mind, body, and soul. So with that being said, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be black. Power to the people. I ain't no sequel.
And by the way, because we got like 20 seconds left. To be clear, if you know me and if you know Divine, you know we got tons of white friends. I got nothing but love for white people. But all my white friends, you know what to do, man. If not, you can unfollow me today, man. We out.